Hey everyone, Mikkel Thorup from expatmoney.com, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about the 5 countries that Americans should look to move to in Latin America. It's no secret that back home in North America, prices have gone through the roof, inflation has gone crazy, and safety is at an all-time low. Rounding out our list in number 5 is Nicaragua. Nicaragua is a contrarian country that a lot of people wouldn't think of to move to. In reality, Nicaragua is an absolutely gorgeous country with beautiful, beautiful people, and it is such a safe place to live. Not just safe anecdotally, but statistically, it is considered a safe country. Nicaragua has so many things going for it. It has beautiful colonial towns, amazing beaches, so much history there, and an amazingly low cost of living. I love visiting Nicaragua, and I first went there about 20 years ago, and I am so bullish on the country. Number 4 on our list is Mexico. Mexico is a massive country with so much culture and so much history and things to see and do. They have lots of different beaches, mountain areas, they've got Mayan ruins, colonial towns, and so many other things. Now, Mexico gets a bad reputation because of safety. Now, there are enclaves of completely safe areas in Mexico, but there's no doubt that you have to be a little bit mindful. So it's recommended not to be going out at night, trying to floss a Rolex watch, or having lots of different jewelry, or getting involved in maybe unsavory things in the country, that's for sure. Mexico is not a tax-free country, but there are some good strategies to legally reduce your taxes. Same with real estate. You can purchase real estate there as a foreigner, but you just have to be mindful of where it is. If it's close to the US border or close to the coastline, then there can be extra laws in place and you might need to structure things with a bank trust. Mexico is also another great option if you are on a budget. Cost of living is drastically less living in Mexico than in the United States, and it's very easy to travel back to the United States, either overland into the US, making it an ideal location if you need to travel back regularly. Lastly, Mexico has a wonderful immigration process where pretty much anybody can get a temporary residency, and if you're a high net individual, then you can usually go straight to permanent residency right out the gate. So that makes it ideal even without investing anything in the country. Number 3 on our list is Uruguay, one of my favorite countries in the world. Uruguay is absolutely stunning, beautiful. We've been down there multiple times, both my wife and I, as well as bringing groups of clients down. Uruguay would be considered a first world country, which means that they have amazing infrastructure in place. However, just be aware, with first world infrastructure comes first world prices. So Uruguay is not as cheap as some of the other countries that we've talked about on our list today, but it is well worth the money. Uruguay also has a fantastic immigration process where you do not need to invest in the country to be able to get residency. However, it does take substantially more time on the front end. So plan on being in the country from anywhere from 3 to 6 months to be able to get your immigration. And although you can leave for a little while to maybe go over to Buenos Aires for the weekend, you don't want to be leaving the country for months on end. You could get a civil fine for not being there during your immigration process. Once you do get your residency, it is very, very lax on the amount of time needed to spend in the country, with usually only needing to visit the country 1 day every 3 years to maintain your residency. Now, after a couple of years of holding permanent residency in the country, you can apply for citizenship, and I know people who have been granted citizenship there. The official laws is if you are unmarried, it is 5 years, and if you are married, it is only 3 years. Clearly, you're going to need to spend more than 1 day in the country if your plan is to get citizenship and a second passport there. You will really need to show that your life is in the country, but what a great place to be able to spend time and be a citizen of the country. They have amazing meats, they have organic farming, there's tons of fresh fish there, and it is a very safe country. Uruguay, as I said, is one of my favorite places in the world, and I highly encourage you guys check it out. Number 2 on our list is Paraguay, another one of my favorite countries. We go to Paraguay quite often, and it is just such a gorgeous country. Now, the cost of living in Paraguay is probably one of the cheapest on the list today, and that's saying a lot because we really chose some amazingly affordable places. But Paraguay, we often joke that things are free there. You can go out and have an amazing meal with lots of meat and a beautiful bottle of red wine for almost nothing. Paraguay is regarded as a safe country, and they have good medical facilities there. It also happens to be a territorial tax country, so depending on your setup, it can be a tax-free country for you, which is amazing. Immigration is really simple in the country of Paraguay. You do not need to invest there. You can get a 2-year temporary residency that leads to permanent residency. Now, getting citizenship on the back end can be a little bit difficult, but as a Plan B location, Paraguay ticks a lot of the boxes. My personal favorite is to visit Asunción, the capital, as well as Ciudad del Este, the east of the country, which borders Foz de Iguazu in Brazil and Argentina. There's so much to see and do up there, and there's a lot of cool tourism things if you like natural beauty. Make sure you guys also check out the Itaú Dam, which is an engineering marvel and provides 100% hydroelectric power for the entire country of Paraguay, as well as 17% of the electricity for the country of Brazil. Last on our list for the countries that Americans should move to in Latin America is my home country of Panama. Panama is a stunning country with so much to see and do. We have the Caribbean, the Atlantic side, as well as the Pacific side. We have mountains. We have Casco Viejo, which is where I am today. We have Tucumán Airport, which is a major hub airport for coming into the country. There is so many things here in Panama City, as well as out in the countryside, no matter what you are into. Panama is a tax-free country, so there are so many opportunities to legally reduce your tax bill just by moving to this country. Even the VAT in this country is a single digit, which is wonderful. Panama has 4 major industries in the country for generating revenue. The first and foremost one is the Panama Canal, which is very famous and people know. The other one's Calle 50, which is the major banking district here, with somewhere around 55 or 60 international banks all on one street. Then we have the company registration. Panama actually has more companies registered in it than any other country in the world, with the exception of Hong Kong. That generates massive amounts of fees for the government, and they can use those fees to pay down roadworks and public projects instead of going to a tax base for it. And lastly, as I mentioned before, we have Tucumán Airport as a hub destination with people coming and going. So these are major economic drivers for the country of Panama that really make it an attractive destination and really add a lot of stability to the country. The last thing that I want to mention is that there is huge amounts of fresh fish here, organic farming, natural produce, and tropical fruits. So if you enjoy these types of things, this is a good option for you. Immigration in Panama is very simple. You can get an instant permanent residency with a $300,000 real estate investment. We've helped hundreds of people through this process at expatmoney.com, and we're here to help you if you choose Panama or any of the other countries on our list today. So there you have it. That is our list of the top 5 countries to move to for Americans who want to move to Latin America. I hope you guys learned a couple things in this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and come visit us at expatmoney.com, where we have trips to all of these countries and others. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.